Welcome to the new episode of All the Jazz. I have with me Kaja Kochańska. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, welcome.
Kochańska.
Very well.
So you are a holistic architect, which I find really fascinating. And yeah, we talked just before. I love your name, Kaja. As in Slovenia, it's not. I don't know if I know any Kaja, but it sounds like it could be a Slovenian name. But it's a really nice name.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it too. And in Poland, when I was born, it was so rare. Maybe I was the only one Kaja in Poland. But now it's getting more and more popular. But yeah, I like it too, and I find that the energy of the name is resonating with me.
I know that in Poland, I know many Polish people, and I know that nicknames are very common. Like Basha can mean Barbara, like the full name.
Yeah.
But so is this the full name, or the full name is longer?
Yeah, Kaja is full name.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, but there are many like variations of Kaja. Like if you want it to sound more sweet and intimate, you can say like Kajusha, Kaika. Kajusha, Kaika. So it's even for more close people, it's like that.
Oh, Kaika is like I don't know how to say it. Like it's a very like it's to make the name even more pretty, like to be even more close.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's like a pet name or like a nickname, but it's nice.
You're right. I've met once or twice the dog that was named Kaja.
Oh really? I mean, it's a good name, and it's always good if you like your own name. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
So how did you get into the whole I guess you studied I'm assuming you studied architecture first, right?
Yes, it was just after the high school.
Yeah.
Went to the Technical University of Łódź, and I after for 5 years, and it was but when I went when I was studying, I already then I knew that it's not going to be like the finish of my education, because even if I had the idea to go to study architecture, I had, I'm not saying that I had doubts, but I was like, I had a lot of feelings like kids have, that life is very easy, life is simple, and I can do many things at one time. Yeah, and so I thought that maybe even studying architecture, I can study journalism at the same time, or something else, because I always had many interests. And many what I could do in my life.
Did you study journalism at the same time?
No. No, the architecture was very demanding. It was, I studied full time, so it was very time consuming, energy consuming. I was, for these 5 years, I was fully devoted to my studies.
Oh wow, fully. That's
really
good. Because I remember I was in electrical trade school, and one time we had to draw something very nicely, and it took a long time, but wow, I kept procrastinating, and then in the end I didn't do much. But I remember even if I did a little bit, it took so much time just to draw like specific plans for something. It took such a long time, or even to reproduce something that was on the piece of paper there, just took such a long time. I was like, wow, this is I remember my own resistance to it. Like it felt like torture to
me. Yeah, I was interested in drawings since I was a little kid, and I found really big passion in it, and it was my escape thing from everything. It was like fully going into my imagination, my entire universe, my internal universe. And were frankly speaking, it was far different than my internal universe, because I really had to adjust.
Right. And did you find technical drawing to be more challenging for you?
The first word that comes to my head is like, I accepted it. I just accepted it, and I knew that this is part of being architect. That if I want to go through it, I have to adjust. And I had fun. I always had fun when it comes to drawings. I had really good teachers along my way, and it was also, they were very inspiring. They were wise people, and so it was helpful, to go through the process.
Yeah.
And I learned, and I started to like it.
I did a lot, like I remember in school we had like art class, and that's the only time where I felt like we're it's okay if we don't do anything, or we do a little bit. And I don't know, it was kind of like hanging out in school, which I later did a lot of anyway. But it was yeah, you just came, and if you draw a little thing, it's like it's not like it could be wrong. It just was what it was. And I like that you can't really get it wrong. It's like,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, you would get like, it wasn't like graded one, like grades were 1 to 5, but usually, but in that class, it was only if you, if it was satisfactory, or if it was very good. But nobody really cared much about the grade in that class, I think. So
wow, you were so lucky. I mean,
yes.
and this is so rare. I'm not exaggerating now what I'm saying and what I'm going to say, but for 25 years, I've never met anyone who tell me that whatever you draw, Kaja, is perfect, is great, and this is exactly what you should draw. No, it's rather the opposite, fully the opposite. Really, first time I met with this when I started to expand my architecture world, going, behind it through yoga, meditation, and things like that. And I went to Vedic art workshops. And this is more or less, to make it short, it's intuitive drawing. So
Right.
yeah, it's really, then they told me, yes, whatever you do, this is exactly what is supposed to happen. But it was also like spiritual process, very, and so it's like a different kind of drawing in a way.
Yeah.
Because you get grades, you don't get grades. You do not, you don't have to do specific things to go to another class or to get the best degree in a class or whatever.
So it freed your mind from being constrained. Well, because in architecture you have to, it's very specific, and if you get something wrong, then it's, I guess you can erase it, but it's not, you can still see it in a way, right?
Yes, exactly. And it stays in your mind, even if it's not. This is great thing that you said, because you can erase it on the paper, but it stays in your mind.
Oh, okay.
Because this is like, look, this is not how it should be. The things.
Yeah, I mean, I experienced a lot of that in because I studied electrical stuff. So if something was wrong, you know it, like, or I remember one time in class, somebody put something wrong, and something exploded, and I was like, whoa, this is bad. But yeah, because it's some capacitors are, if you put them the other way around, they can be quite dangerous. But anyway, we thought it was quite funny afterwards. But that's how you learn sometimes, by mistakes.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I agree.
But now I think nowadays architecture that probably uses a lot of computers now. It doesn't use much hand drawing, does it?
I think if you want to study architecture, I believe that you still need to pass the drawing exam. I think it's
okay.
still obligatory. Yeah, I really don't know, but I believe that that it's still valid. Yeah.
Right.
And through my studies, I was we used to draw like every week or twice a week, and it was for 3 or 4 years. So the drawing thing was constantly with us. And it wasn't only technical drawing to design the building and to draw it properly with specific pens, You also, it was like drawing also for fun. Like for example, this armchair that is there. We learned to draw it in a very specific way, as if you had an X-ray in your eyes. So you had to draw the construction actually of the chair, It's not what but you have to go through. It's like drawing full construction of the chair.
This reminds me, I had an architect on the podcast before, and he told me one of the early exercises in architecture school was they had to draw something. And the professor walked by, looked at his painting, and he was like, "Oh, this doesn't. I think you have a lot of trouble like passing the school or something." Like he was kind of critical,
Yes.
Because he wasn't talented in that way, but he still, I think through hard work, he was able to become an architect. And apparently most people that study to be architects don't end up being architects. Only like 10% or so.
That's interesting. When I look at my friends with whom I've been studying, it's maybe 15-20% that they're still architects, but many of them are really they change the proficiency fully.
Right.
Fully.
So I imagine you're not designing buildings now. You've gone another direction.
Yeah, and I knew it. I just knew it, from almost very beginning that I never had this desire to be, famous architect. No, I never had that.
No, not to design a big building like bigger than Trump building or
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. I know that some of my friends they had those dreams, and this is wonderful because we all are different. But I was always, I felt it from inside that something that I couldn't describe, then that it's not fully my path in this traditional architectural way, that it's going to think something more, in a way that's something more than architecture.
So something more inner. Did you go then to inner design?
Yeah, because when I graduated, the studies that I went through, they were very they were broadened, very, very, very broadened, and they gave me a lot of possibilities, because I could be an urban planner. I can be an architect. I can make a lot of things actually with the paper that I have, and I can also make interior designing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it was really very comprehensive. So
is that common? Somebody that studies architecture and then goes into interior design?
Yes, and actually a lot of my friends they do interiors. Yeah.
Cool. That's interesting, because I have a Polish acquaintance, and she's I don't know what she studied, but she's an interior designer as well.
Yeah, so it's just those studies, they gave me this ability and skills and knowledge how to do this. Yeah.
So you mentioned drawing specific, you said Vedic when you went to
Vedic art.
course?
Vedic, yeah, art. But Vedic, yeah, I said it in Polish. Yeah, Vedic art.
So Vedic art, is that something that then influenced you on your path, like a professional path?
It released me. It was some part of of my internal releasement, that I like yoga or meditation, that also is a very huge part in it. but the Vedic art was really, especially when it comes to drawings and to freely express yourself through art. It gave me this boost, that I can come back to my childhood, that I can come back to my intuitive self, to my heart, and I can really make ugly things and things that do not fit to anything, and it's wonderful and it's great, and I feel, it just gave me this hit from inside, this joy and passion, and it was huge step for me, like coming back to myself.
Would you say that's the biggest thing, like to find your path in life is to go where you are, where you find joy, or what you liked to do as a kid? Because I was reading this book just yesterday, and it said something about if you don't really know what you like to do, like to ask your mother what you like to do as a kid. And I thought it was interesting. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, it's for me, it always worked, that to go to the place or to go into activity that it's really passionate for me, that gives me the positive boost. Those can be very simple things, but just something nourishing. Joy is very nourishing.
Yeah.
Sparkling, and sometimes because of many reasons we feel depressed or dreary or even, I don't know, bored, and this sparkling energy of joy is something that can show us a different path. It's like it always worked for me. I learned it, of course. I learned it during my path because it wasn't so obvious for me.
And how did you then combine interior design with a kind of holistic approach?
Yeah, wow. Now when you ask that question, I felt like, wow. So am I supposed to tell you like 200 years? Like because it feels like that.
Oh, that's a big, okay. It's a big question.
Yeah.
But
yeah, this is.
Okay, let me go back a little bit. Did you ever work as an architect, like full out, like an ordinary architect?
Yeah, to make it all or more. Okay, I just say directly. So just after graduation, I opened together with my friend. We set our own studio, designing studio, and so we were very confident in a way, and. Yeah, but on the other hand, I couldn't see myself working for somebody else. I just had such a strong feeling that I have to do it myself. It wasn't from my ego or some, egotistic desires. No, it was from inside that, okay, I will learn through my own mistakes that can be hurtful, painful many times.
Right.
But this is like some kind of price of learning. And so we did it, and it was it was.
So you did it only for a little bit. Maybe it sounds like maybe a year or two.
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, but after 2 years, because we were very busy, we had one client after another. Clients. Yeah, it was amazing. We were like the tandem that we had with my friend. And she was, we were unstoppable. We were just unstoppable. And we were, fully enjoy being together because she was also my best friend, my closest friend. So we were like really unstoppable and crazy. And everything was beautiful. Our friendship, I can say that the work that we've done with people, it was a reflection of our energy that was between us, because everything was very good.
Yeah, I think that connection with coworkers is very important. If you have that, or whatever business partner, if you have that like a strong connection, you can work with that person for a long time or a lifetime. That's like you could feel that you could work a lifetime. That's probably the best. And did you like design houses, or was it something else?
We used to design, and later myself, when we split after those 3 years. So we used to construct. I mean, to design the entire buildings, but homes, for just single homes, and also exterior and interior.
Wow.
And yeah.
So all inclusive design.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's cool.
All inclusive. Yeah.
So would you even put where paintings would be or something like that, like design and where TV would be and all the
everything
furniture?
Yes, furniture, everything. You put furniture here, put painting here, the lamp will be here. Here you plug in your computer, here you plug in your mobile phone and things like that. Everything very in detail.
Wow, that sounds like intense though. That design the whole house.
It is, and it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of conversations with people, with clients. It's really time consuming. But even now I have my own clients when I design interior and someone requires the full interior project. It's also like that. I design everything, the pictures, the lamps, and everything, needs to have its own place. And it's really defined in a specific way.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember last time we talked, I think my camera was closer and you thought maybe this is like yeah. It looked like it was
yes,
it was a thing in the
perfect.
middle. Yeah. Because I have to admit, some buildings, even on the outside, are really horrendous. The modern buildings.
It's true.
Is it like have you noticed that movement about efficiency and stuff like that? Was that in Poland in school, like trying to not look at beauty but have a building be as efficient as possible without many bells and whistles?
Yes, absolutely. But and sometimes even now you can see that trend or this way of thinking. But for me, those kind of buildings, that this is like machine, that it doesn't have feelings.
Soul. Doesn't have a soul.
Yeah. And it's so empty. It's so cold. You can feel it, because if someone designs anything with this kind of approach, so it means that it's always empty and it's without soul, it's spirit. And it's not about designing. In my approach, it's not about that.
Yeah, I have a friend in Slovenia that's an architect, and he told me that one of the good reasons to design a beautiful building is that it will last longer because people will keep it up. If it's an ugly building, it won't be kept up for a long time. Because people won't be as interested. You see. And it's the same with houses. Like there's some, I remember in Canada, I saw some horrible houses designed in the 70s. I don't know what it is about 1970s, but they're very bland and all that. And they're not, so, but if it's a beautiful house, then it's more likely that it won't get torn down so fast,
Yeah, there is something about it. Yeah, you are right. And, but I feel it also in a way in a smaller scale. Like, for example, if you design for a family, when people are engaged in designing, when they really feel like they want to create home, not place. It's just that's something that beholds the spirit. They really put effort and their full heart in creating those places.
Yeah, I think that's the key word. They put their heart into it. Yeah, because they obviously want to live in a beautiful home.
Yes, it's like I'm convinced that the relationship that we have with our home, with flat or home, whatever it is, it's like every relationship that we have in our life. you have to nourish it, and you have to take care of it every day. It's not like you forget it. Dobra, it's just an interior, it's just a space. It doesn't matter. No, it matters. And what is even more, I find that if we treat our interior like that, it means that the relationship that we have with others also can be a little bit like that.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of like that Zen saying, how you do something is how you do everything.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and it's really.
Yeah. So and now let's go how you became like a holistic architect, which is really interesting. I never heard that before I spoke
Yeah.
to you.
So now 200 years that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. So. Yeah, long story short. So when we, with my friend, the dear friend of mine, when we started our business, our studio, I saw that if my life is going to look like that for next 10 or 15 years, it's like, what am I doing here? Because we were fully devoted to our job, and we are fully like 24/7. We were fully in the mode of clients, designing, and things like that.
Yeah.
But internally, from the outside, it may have looked very good, but from the inside, and I'm just talking only about my heart, I felt that some big part is missing. And for me, it was the beginning of my very strong spiritual awakening at that time. It was like 2010, something like that. And I started to go very strong into yoga and workshops devoted to yoga. I went to India, and after I came back from there, I was a little bit a fully different person. We still had studio with my friend, but I was like, since now everything is going to change. And also the energy that was between us then started to change. And because, it was like, I had to reconsider everything that I have learned before, that I did with my clients. I had to reconsider, because I was reconsidering all my life. So because my job was a very big part of my life, I had to reconsider it too. And this period of reconsidering it took several years of very deep yoga practice, very deep meditations, and the change that was in me, it was directly put on my clients and on my work. So that's why I'm saying that about eons or thousands of years, because to be clear and to be honest, the change that was inside me was, my job is the reflection of me, of my approach to my life and to my surrounding. And with all the knowledge that I gained through yoga and my insights, but also, of course, through the books, I just saw that our body and our home is like one organism, like one body, like big home. And this showed me the very direct connections that we have between our mind, spirit, and body, and our home, and how we treat ourselves, we treat others, and we treat our closest surrounding. So and when I started to teach yoga, I had clients for yoga, and they knew that I am an architect. So very often they asked me to redesign their space. So it started to go together. Like for 2 or 3 years, it was like separate path, architecture and yoga. Yeah. But with years it was like that, and now it's I feel like this is the union, and this is what makes it holistic and very complete in my feeling. And this was very deep process, very deep my internal process. That's why all this holistic designing is, in my feelings, multi-layered, very multi-layered, and it has it can give to people many insights about themselves and about the place they're living in.
Does it mean also that the client has to, not that has to, but that you recommend that they do yoga or something, that to bring out what they really want, or to bring out their spirit more?
It really depends on the client. I am how I find my role is I give them space to be themselves, and I serve them. I am here for them, and it's just however that sounds, just very often my attitude and my presence, they just start to ask more questions about spirit, about heart, about joy in life, about all these different aspects of life, more spiritual.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing. And going back to your friend, it seems to me from my observation that you changed, but she didn't, and that changed the relationship, isn't it?
yeah, we both had different process in it. I would put it in this way. Yeah, I at that time I was I could burn the bridges very, very fast. I had energy very, very strong in myself. Now I'm the opposite, but but at that time I was very direct and strict, and yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
At different points in life you do sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I have times in my life where certain behavior I just wouldn't tolerate anymore, and I cut off one friend in particular, because I just couldn't handle some of the things that were going on. But I don't, it's hard to say for a person if it's right or wrong. It's a very individual choice, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. It's like I'm just convinced that we cannot force anything, because I was in a way forced in my teenager time, and during the studies, with all the world that is telling us that you have to be someone, you have to be this, or you have to be that, of all these expectations and this push and this constant information, what you should become. I was like, I will give people something different, something that I have always missed. I will give them space for being themselves, and I will not push anything. If they come and ask, I can share it, but not the other way. So yeah, this is also the very, very huge part of designing process.
That's amazing. Like I had a recent experience in class where I sat at one table, and it was a group activity, and the people I was around with, it was kind of like they were ignoring me, and I was feeling like maybe more annoyed in that class. But then there was one week where there was nobody in my table, and I had to sit at another table, but it was a totally different vibe to the people there, and it was more joking, it was more easygoing, and I felt like I could like accept myself more. It was weird, really, kind of like how different people make
Yeah.
can also make you feel different if you, yeah, in a way, because of who they are, you know.
Yeah, and it's just even if they don't have to speak anything, you just sit at the table and you tune into the energy, and it's just even if you were just sitting there and saying nothing, or they were saying nothing, it's just enough to have the conversation in a way, So the deeper perception of the felt sense, where you feel good or where you feel bad.
Let's go to something I've not done before, and I'm excited about this. So I had bought, I showed you before. This reminds me of my childhood and drawing class, and like having this. and paper as well. So this is a sketchboard, sketchpad. So yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna do. So you lead the way.
Okay, cool. I'm ready to.
By the way, let's set it up a little
Yeah.
bit. So you said that through drawing is not, and this is a very specific kind of drawing, because you're not trying to, like you said before with the chair, you're not trying to draw the chair like the way it is, but this is more drawing about emotions, isn't it?
Yes, and it's drawing from from your deep connection with yourself, with your truth, and also from this innocent part. We can express it as a child energy, but I'm not a big fan of those expressions, because this is just this vibrant and innocent energy that is inside you, that is just curious. It's curious and it likes to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So I can invite you to put all the pens outside the box, so they can be freely laying on the table.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. It feels like I'm a child again.
Yeah, that's great. This is.
All right.
They already started to play. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's here. It's empty. All right.
So I just would like to give you some additional energy to tune in, so you can tune in more to yourself and to your higher perspective. So, for example, this shell. This is a shell. This is a beautiful piece of wood. I call her. This is actually living piece of wood. This is a dancer. Beautiful dancer. And those things, and everything that that surrounds us, that comes from nature, is like it's unspoiled, and it's not it's not coming from thinking process. It's not coming from, and there is no other shell like this. This is fully unique. You will never ever find another dancer. And what is about the drawing is like you are connecting with this individuality that is inside you. So it's just the expression of you special, and this uniqueness that is within you on many layers. So it comes to me that if you have any intention, you don't speak it out loud, just for yourself. If you have any intention, what would you like to hear? Or what would you like to feel? Or to see in your life? Or to discover within, whatever.
Okay.
Something deep, because I felt that it's on the surface there.
It's on the surface there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can, yeah. Yeah, okay.
So first we're gonna make some warm up, okay?
All right.
I will lower my
Nice.
yeah. So let's pick the one pen, and do not. It's like whatever pen you choose, it's good.
Okay.
And please place the pencil on your paper and close your.
I close my eyes. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't know if I should record as well. Maybe I'll try here. I don't know. Oh, there's a reflection.
Oh, great.
Well,
this is great that you have camera like that.
Yes.
Fantastic. So let's just together, let's have just the pen on the paper, and we are so my eyes closed. And now let's put our attention on breathing. Let's observe the breath. And observe where is your breath? In which part of the body you feel the breath in the most way? Which part of the body is touched by your breath the most? Just observe it.
Mm-hmm.
And observe the quality of breath. If it's relaxed, normal, regular, or maybe you feel that it's stuck somewhere. Just observe it.
Mm.
And now let's put the breath low in our body, in our pelvis, low in our pelvis, just to ground ourselves and put the energy low in the body, to feel this connection stronger from inside. And through this, by this intention, you can observe if something is changing in you, in the energy, that you can feel yourself being more solid, more grounded. You can even put your breath low in your feet to feel the entire length of legs and your feet.
Like breathe all the way down to the feet, basically,
Yeah.
kind of like imagine.
Yes. Yes. You can imagine that breath is like the water that comes through your body, all along your body, to your feet. And every next breath gives you more embodiment and more peace and more silence and quietness from inside.
Mm.
And only by observing the breath with your eyes closed, now you can put some part of your energy of awareness on the pen and paper. And only when your body gives you the impulse to make a move, then you are allowed to do that. Allow the movement to come from your body, from the energy that is inside, that you have just recalled. So it's not from your mind, feeling senses.
And how will I know?
Because it's just like your hand will start to move.
Oh.
It's the body that gives you the invitation to start. And when you start, do not open your eyes.
That is intense.
You can breathe into your hand with which you want to draw, to connection with the drawing pen, and see what is coming from this connection. It's just energy that is playful and it likes to move. And you continue with your eyes closed. And everything that is coming to you is good. Is what should come, what is about to come. And about this intuitive drawing, it's about being in the meditation process. Like you are very receptive. You are not active in it. This is what you receive. This is the energy that you receive. This is what comes through you and by you. And what you draw is just the visible expression of the energy that is going through you. And there is no specific result, outcome that we are waiting for. We do not wait for anything. We are just enjoying the ride. We enjoy the process. We enjoy the energy that is running through us. This the curiosity that is awakened. The outcome, the result, if we can say that, about it this way, it's always unpredictable.
So we don't care about the result, really.
No. We enjoy the path. We enjoy the time when we draw, because then in this process of drawing, the majority of things are coming. All the energy you are about to receive, you are open to receive, it comes through you. So, or very often, some crucial information about what to do, which way to go, what decision to make, or some information that are important for you. But it's I know that this is difficult, but it's worth to have this mind open, you know, without expectations that you have to hear something or you have to feel something.
Yeah, I think that's also the key, to have lower expectations and just kind of surrender to the process.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be breathing deeply, or just how I feel like?
Just yes, how you feel. Just observe. Yeah. Just without pushing or changing anything. Just be with whatever it is. Very good. Fine. That's great.
Oh, you can see what I drawn? I can't see anything.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
Okay.
And you keep continue as long as you feel that you want to continue in this way, because when I would like us to also go through a different step.
Different color?
Yeah. And with eyes open.
This will wow.
Our next step. Yeah, eyes open and different color. And I really like to, even when I do my drawings that for myself or for my clients, the 90% I do on the floor. I really, I just feel that this is very supportive.
Okay, so you draw on the floor.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I am on my mat and on the floor, and it's really, yeah, really, it's like maybe even 95% of drawings that I do is on the floor.
So because it's more grounded on the floor.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And you know, it also it's more grounded, and it pushes away our mental part, because this is like when we were kids and we were, or rather
Well,
toddler.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
we
were
were
like,
playing around.
oh,
Yeah.
yes. So the floor was our basic environment, and it's you know, this is the subconscious thing that is in our system. So I just see from myself and with people that I worked with, that when we go to the floor, it's like really we leave our troubles and thoughts outside. It really helps. So yeah, maybe next time you can try
Yes.
to, or yeah, it's even
it's a very curious process. I've never been so. It's kind of like there's an insecurity comes up, but like I'm trying to be in the moment and just kind of let it draw what I feel
yeah.
like.
Yeah, so when you will be ready and open to go further, let me know.
Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting nonetheless, because it's like, wow, I have no idea what's going on. What's gonna,
That's great.
how's it
Yes, and finally, finally, this is great.
finally to get an education, then you get to a place where you want to be at a place where you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can learn.
Yeah, yes. Seriously, I really find the drawing as a very deep learning process for myself on many levels. Yeah. Hmm.
I think this could be also done cool in a way with many people and different cameras, one camera on the face and one camera on the person.
Oh yeah, that's true. That will be awesome. And also drawing in pairs. It's also
Oh,
beautiful.
drawing in pairs. Wow. Like a
Yeah.
couple.
Yes. Or a friend.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is really beautiful.
Okay. I feel like this is coming to a close a little bit here. Or maybe I'm trying to manage time here.
Yeah, can be. Yeah, but it's okay.
Hmm. What a process.
Yeah, this is it's time. I know that now we have different circumstances, but if you would do this by yourself with really without a voice that is constantly talking to you,
Sure.
it's this can be really like a very deep conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, so what is the next stage here?
Next stage is to open eyes.
Oh my goodness. I didn't draw that hard. Wow, this wow. No wonder you couldn't see, because it's not drawn so hard, but there are some circles. I don't know if you can see. There are some
Yes,
circles in
now,
there.
yes. Wow.
This circle is quite amazing though. Look at that pattern.
Wow. Yeah, it's a, oh, wow. It's like a vortex. You are you going somewhere?
Maybe. I don't know if,
Yeah.
yeah, so this is it.
Yeah, like a gate.
Ah, like gates, yes. Wow, it's kind of beautiful, that gate. And then
Yeah.
there's a lot of confusion around, or a lot of like patterns. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And there's some hard lines as well, like the
Interesting.
yeah.
Many meanings.
Mm-hmm. Also, you can interpret this as well.
Yeah, but I am very careful with this because I don't want to put any agenda on someone.
Mm.
You know, just more like I can share what I feel, but very, very gently.
Yes, yes, of course. Cool.
Because you know the best. What does it mean?
Right, so you leave it up to the person. That's interesting. Yeah, I think the vortex is striking to me, though. It's like someone, and there seems to be a clear destination there, but there's also around it, there's many different paths that lead almost to nowhere, and there's some harsh paths. But they could also lead there if I want to, lead back into where I really want to go. That's interesting.
This is exactly what I mean. You see, this is like, oh, that was really beautiful.
So yeah, so I'm doing my own interpretation here of the drawing.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. That this is like also I just want to, through those drawings and the process, I want to show that the wisdom is inside us. You don't need anyone from outside to tell you what is there, because you know it. I can feel it because I feel it, what is there. I feel your process, but it's beautiful when you can say it to yourself out loud, because it's yours, it's not mine. It went through you.
Yeah, it's amazing. I thought in my mind that I'd drawn more than I had, and then I'm looking at this and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
nothing I've seen before.
That's good. Yes, and this is so remarkable. I just love it so much in this process, that every time you draw something new, like you are creating your new universe.
Right, it is. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and there's some harsh lines, but mostly it's like there's patterns, basically. Yeah. Cool. So now I pick a different color.
Yes, and let's go wild, okay?
Oh, wild.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I went a little bit wild already with many colors. Yeah. Yes. I just impulse. Yes. First, I was also playing with one color, but later I was moving through. And when you pick the color, or like try not to do this from mental place, but again, take the color that feels to be taken. To have the feeling of the color that you want to use. It's not about all the shapes and all the colors. We do not judge it. It's just the energy that is flowing, and this is the thing for us. The process is nurturing.
Yeah, so it's about trusting your intuition, what you feel.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to trust myself. A lot of times in my intuition in life, I don't completely trust, and that's then a problem. As you can see in this drawing, there's so many different, but there's one true path there.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, this is really powerful.
Yeah, most of the drawing is like wayward stuff, and then there's one true path. Yeah. Okay, so I picked this color.
Yeah, and you can pick as many. You can change the colors as often as you want. Yeah.
So now do I do the same? Do I like breathing, but then
Yes.
I look at what I'm drawing,
Yes,
basically.
it's always good to reconnect yourself with the body, to
Mm-hmm.
the thing, to reconnect to the body. And from this reconnection point, you start to make new lines, new shapes, new colors, whatever that is coming through you. You know, sometimes when I pick the color, I have to do it a few times, because when I take one, it doesn't feel good. So sometimes I make few attempts before I find, before I feel the right one.
I guess it's a matter of like trying it out. Let me see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try a different blue.
Yeah.
There's like some tendency to hold on to patterns that are there,
Yes.
but add on to it, I guess. Is that what happens here?
That you are like stuck in the patterns when you draw.
Yeah, or that you want to complement in a way what's there already, and that you want to like add on to it. But I guess like you said before, it's not about the mental.
No.
Right. But like, because I see it, so it's like, because I'm seeing it, so it's like
I know
I know
that,
what I'm doing now.
and that's why it can make this process more difficult, because the judgment may come in. Oh, what are you doing now? What is the line? Isn't it strange? You know, and all this blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, I thought you were questioning me just now.
No.
Why did I draw this line through the middle?
Yeah. No, no, I would never do that. It's like I'm expressing, like, you know,
What comes up, yeah.
in mind. Yeah. But it's
Okay.
just to be more persistent in what you want, in what you feel and what you want to express. To be when
Oh
mind
yeah.
is stubborn, just reconnect to the body and to the breathing.
Okay. I'll attempt some more of this here. And it's good to remember the goal that I had as well. I guess it'd be a totally different drawing if you did it all blindly. You do that
Yeah.
sometimes, do all the way, all blindly.
You know, it's everyone has different process in it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, it doesn't happen to me often.
All right, I'm gonna change to orange now. I feel like it needs some orange here. Like a snail in the middle. It's like I feel like I'm in kindergarten and I'm 7 years old.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. What you feel inside?
It's like I'm playing with the color and I'm wanting to kind of experience this this emotion that I set up before, and I don't know if I'm succeeding, but I like the process.
Yeah, this is the best part of it. That it's like, you know, when we were kids and we were playing, it's like we haven't been thinking about that the play is going to end or what will be the result of the playing. It's like being still in the infinite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in a gap of time where you meet the infinite when you are timeless. It's like the drawing, in a way, it has no end.
Wow.
Yeah, it's you know, it's I feel that you know, for example, when I had bad night or when I feel weak, or I just don't feel my sparkling energy.
Yeah.
The drawing process is like I know that if I draw as long as I need, I don't know, 15 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, it depends. It's just reconnection that it evokes and reconnects me to the sparking energy again. And it's like you know, it's like coming back to yourself.
Is it like it's almost like a different process, but it's the same result as journaling almost, because you are expressing the emotion on a piece
Yeah.
of paper, and then but here the difference is that you're then maybe interpreting it and then seeing what comes from it on the other side.
Yes. And all the energy that is for me is like the energy, the creative and loving energy that is running through us when we allow it to come. It's like the water that is cleaning us, you know, that it's like it's cleaning all the dust that's inside and leaves everything pure.
That's so cool. I really yeah, I'm interested in this process, and now I've drawn over with a couple of different colors, and I don't know how much you can see, but there's a bullseye there in the
Wow.
middle. And there's stuff going around it, so there's even more.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good because the expansion of the drawing of the vortex that you did previously. This is how I.
Wow. And yeah, I'll take a picture with some other camera and then include it.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Perhaps there.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow. But I really, yeah, I was really liking when I first did it with the green, like I said, the vortex was really cool. And now it's like it's not just a vortex, it's like it's very clear, like, and it's also protected in a way, even though there's a lot of confusion around it.
Yeah, for me it feels like you are you know from inside where to go, that you are already there, something like that, that it feels so.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, perhaps, yeah, that I'm maybe sometimes I'm focusing on the noise that's around it, like here, like on the noise that's here, but that I'm not there.
Yeah.
That I know how to get there.
Yes. So it's just because the energy from this portal is very inviting. It's like giving you a hand, you know.
Yeah, and it's more because it's more different colors, it's more softer, and it's like the path is softer. That's so interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Just from drawing for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. We got
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I know. And this is amazing. This really, this can be like a individual process of recognition and meeting with yourself, you know.
So when people contact you, is that something you do as well with them, like also online, that you draw with people?
Yes, 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 absolutely. And it's you know, still there is a belief that through the internet that we lose something, the energy or whatever. But I personally also do many things online, and for many years, and it's for me the connection stays the same, and the energy exchange stays the same. It's impossible to lose anything because it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, because obviously in this time of I would call it like hysteria about stuff that's happening in the world, it's also
Yeah.
good that we can still connect through
Yes.
this.
Yes, and I appreciate it so much, because it's like okay, we cannot touch each other, but it's you feel the connection, and you feel the presence almost of the person.
So if people at home want to do this, oh, sorry, go ahead, show me.
Yeah, I wanted to show you my crazy picture.
Ooh. Oh, you use some other, wow.
Yeah.
How would you interpret this?
Yeah, you know, it's the thing appeared as a last part, and it came like from the rest is like the background, and I feel it like a Milky Way, you know, but my personal Milky Way. Like the path of the dream, something like that, something very dreamy, you know.
It's definitely an you know, an art picture. You could sell it at an art gallery or something. Because I'm really struck by the yellow thing, that pattern that comes out. It's really striking.
Yeah, it is, and it captivates, you know.
Yes.
It's like doing this to me, and I feel, I don't know, like very mystical energy, very like spiritual energy that is coming.
Wow.
The feeling that we are looking at the stars, and we are in this, you know, we are reconnecting ourselves.
Right. It's also beautiful. I guess not everything that clients draw can be beautiful, but as long as they have, there's certain meaning, like here, there seems to be a definite meaning to the painting. That's all that matters, really. It's not about, you know, making a Picasso drawing, you know.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes, this is what I very often say. And you speak Picasso, yeah, or great Picasso.
Yeah. Because like everybody's like, oh, Picasso. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think most people even know what drawings Picasso drew, and maybe one or two.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. So if people want to contact you for this kind of work, or maybe you can do interior design as well, holistic interior design on distance.
Yes. Yeah, I in a way, you know, the global situation forced me to do this through the internet, and it really works very good, really good. So,
awesome. So where can people contact you? I guess I'll put it also in the description.
Maybe the best way is my website, because there is of course, Polish version and English version, which is this at least the same as Polish one. So all the information are the same there.
Awesome. So yeah, before you part, is there anything you would like to add to our conversation?
I would like to thank you for this exchange. yeah, it was so nice and easy, and such a beautiful energy and exchange. And thank you for all the questions that you asked. And thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being on. I really enjoyed it, and thank you everybody for listening or watching the podcast.